Welcome to Yellow Brick Road Reselling. I have been doing a series of what sold on eBay on Monday, just showing you some of the stuff that I sold over the weekend. And again, I have a lot of stuff to show you because I have sold quite a few things again this weekend. My husband just grabbed my packages and brought them to the post office. And I had one that went to Walgreens for FedEx. That I'll show you that when I get to it, because FedEx was extremely cheaper than sending it through the post office. So let's get right into it because I have quite a few things that I want to show you, and then I wanted just to talk to you about a program I've been using called Cross List It. It gives you the ability to cross post your items to other platforms, and so I just wanted to show you a little bit about that. And maybe I'll do another whole tutorial, a whole separate YouTube on that one. But included in my shipping items today were some of the stuff that I sold because of using that this weekend. In the evening, I took some time and just cross-posted some recent items that I have posted on eBay. So first off, I wanted to these Nerf Rival balls that I sold. I bought these. Let's see, I got my little cheat sheet here. So I bought these for $7. I didn't make much on them. It was actually ended up being a bad buy. I kind of bought them, was going to send them to Amazon, and the price just ended up, I don't know if it tanked or if I just read something wrong, or I'm not sure what happened, but ended up being it wasn't a good deal to send them to Amazon, so I threw them up here, and there we go. I got $15, but I paid 7, and I had to pay for shipping. Next were these markers. So I did a bulk buy through a company called 888 Lots. It's the first time I've ever done a bulk buy, and these were included in it. There was a set of 2 of them, and I got these for sold them for $44.99 with free shipping, and I paid about $4.25, something like that. When I look at it, my cost was $3.86 plus $1.71 shipping, whatever that is, and sold it for $44.99. I think they're a private label that was on Amazon, and I'm assuming the bulk lot that I bought was some Amazon returns, but these were in perfect condition. Next was this tiny bubble. I had quite a few of these I picked up at Walgreens on clearance last summer, the end of summer. And I don't remember how much I paid for them. Probably only $1 or $2 at the most. And sold it for $12.77. I still have 5 left. So I had other colors. I had pink, blue, green. These red have not been moving. I'm not really sure. I've sold out of all the other colors, and this is my first one that I sold of the red, but all the other ones I sold out of really fast. So $12.77, I paid $1 or $2 for them. I've had this up for a while. Well, you see, October 26, 2018, and I sold it finally, $45 with free shipping. It was new with tags, really pretty color, the magenta pink color. And I think I picked this up at a Goodwill or something, so I probably only paid $5 maximum for it. Oh, and it fit in a flat rate padded envelope. Mentants of Dune, I picked up, I'm thinking probably 10 or 15 of these from the Dollar Tree. So I paid $1 for them. I've been shipping them media mail. I have 1 left. I've sold 6. And I also sent in a bunch to Amazon and sold those on Amazon also. This tassel keychain and ballpoint pen gift set. Picked up these at Walgreens last year. And I think I only paid maybe like 10 cents or something for them. It wasn't much. They were 90% off. And I don't remember how much they were originally, but I didn't end up paying much for these. It was really pennies, and sold them for 10 cents. 10 cents, $10. These Slim Fast Ketos, I picked up these at a local drugstore. They had them on clearance for $1, and I sold my last one for $9.97. It's a t-shirt. I sold it for $18.50. Air Jordan. I've had it. Well, I've had it in my closet. I've also had it on Poshmark since 2018, and I sold it for $18.50. And I maybe, I don't know, paid dollar or two for it. I picked up a bunch of these on clearance at Walmart. Let me see if I know how much I paid. Oh, 75 cents for these. And they're just little inserts that go into the Happy Planner, and it breaks it down to time blocks. So if you have a monthly planner, this will give you an insert to put in for the day and then each hour. And I paid 75 cents at Walmart on clearance and sold it for $10.88. These pooperoos, I've had these for a while. I picked up quite a few of these, and I think this is my last set of them that I have left. I ended up combining these together and sold them for $14.65. And I do not have my cost of goods written down. I don't know how much I paid for these. Some more of this retinol stuff I got. I think I mentioned this in all my videos because I've been selling consistently. I got them. I'm pretty sure it was TJ Maxx. Oh, actually, no, I got written down here. It was Kohl's. So I paid $6.48 for this and sold it for $17.97 with free shipping. Pretty much most of my store is free shipping. These are some boots that my sister actually gave me to sell, and they finally went. I listed them last fall, and they sold for $54.88. They were in really, really good condition. So these Pioneer Woman cloth napkins, I've had these in my last few videos. I bought them for $2 and sold them for $12.88. Still got 7 left, and I have sold 5 so far. I also sent some of these into Amazon, and on Amazon they were in a package of 2, so you would get 8 of the cloth napkins. Miracle of Jesus and Jesus Lives. These are board books that were on clearance after Easter at Walmart, and I paid 40 cents. 20 cents for each of them. It's 40 cents total. Sold them for $8.70 with free shipping. These Duck brand easy liners, sold the set of 3 for $18.88. And I picked these up at Dollar General last year on clearance, and I paid 50 cents a roll for them. This lot of Bratz dolls. I've actually had this on there for quite a while. Somebody sent me a best offer. I don't remember how much it was for. Maybe $55. And I ended up accepting it. I've had this listed for quite a while. Let me see if it shows. 2018. So I've had this listed for over a year. And somebody wanted this one doll. You see this area that's all black right here? She was a rare doll. She was, I don't even know how to describe her, but she was rare, and she actually ended up selling by herself for like $85. So I ended up taking her out because a lot of people kept asking me for her, and I finally said, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and pull her out. I don't normally like to do that because I like to retake photos, and I didn't really want to end up taking rephotos of all this stuff. So I pulled her out and I sold her immediately in 2018. Like, she went right away. I ended up putting her up on auction because there was that much interest on her, and she went for $85. So then I had these other dolls. A couple people asked me if I would sell like this boy right here, if I would sell him by himself, but he wasn't going for enough to make it worth taking him out too. Like, if I would have taken him out, I would have ended up having to take new photos because I didn't even really like doing this and just blocking out that one of them. But I ended up taking a best offer. And then immediately the person sent me a message and said they're having a problem with paying and please can't. They said close the sale, not cancel. They said close the sale. So I replied to them and said, well, you have 3 days to fix your paying um, until the non-paying bidder type of thing comes through for eBay. I normally go ahead and just cancel the sale, but I don't, I've been really wanting to get rid of this, and the chances of it selling if I was to cancel and relist it right away are pretty slim. And this was a new buyer that I decided, you know what? I rarely do this, but I said I'm just going to let the non-paying buyer process go through and put a mark on their account so they realize that, listen, this is not how eBay works. You don't commit to something and then decide not to pay for it. So I went ahead and I'm going to just let that go through. And then when they don't pay and it closes, I will relist it. I'll probably just go ahead and drop the price and relist it for the probably 60 at that point. So I got a bunch of these at Walmart on clearance. Again, I talk about retail arbitrage in my videos and how I source a lot through retail arbitrage because I sell on Amazon also, so I'll send things into Amazon normally. And some items I'll decide to keep back if the packaging isn't perfect, if the sales rank isn't that great, I might do fulfillment by merchant, especially now. I mean, I definitely will be doing fulfillment by merchant. And in this case, I decided to go ahead and list some of these on eBay, and I sold one for $14.95, and I paid $5 for it. But Party City last year, about a year ago, I hit their closing sale in New Hampshire. And I was able to get a bunch of stuff for so cheap. I probably paid, wow, 5 cents, if even that, for this. And I sold it for $8. So GameStop had a big sale last year, and I went last summer and picked up a bunch of their figurines that they had. And this was one of them. And I was not able to send this into Amazon. I'm not sure what, maybe band Presto. Maybe that's that brand I'm not able to sell. Almost positive I can sell Dragon Ball, but for some reason I didn't send this in, or maybe there just wasn't any money there. I listed it on eBay, sold it for $40. And let me see. Oh, I don't have it marked down how much I paid for it. Most of the stuff I bought there was $5. So I'm thinking I may have paid around $5 for this. So this is the item that went through FedEx. It was so much cheaper to send this through FedEx than through the post office. This is a coffee box with 2 X's. It takes K-cups. It's very rugged. Lowe's was selling these through the holiday, and this one was, they had a big clearance sale event, and I was able to go and grab 3 of them, and I just sold the first one. I did take a best offer of $125 on this. And I don't know how much I paid for these. I think I paid around $30 for them. So when we moved from Vermont to New York a few years ago, my son moved with us and he brought all of his stuff from his room. And through the process of moving, we were able to go through and get rid of a bunch of stuff we didn't want. And I've had them sitting around to be listed on eBay for 2 years. And because of this shut in right now, I have been taking the time to go through my so-called death pile or profit pile, as some people call it. And these were 2 of the items, plus another thing I'll show later was some magazines that my son used to subscribe to. And I sold these 2 for $11.99. Also in the move was my daughter had a bunch of Beanie Babies and stuff like that, and she didn't want them anymore, so I listed them, and I put these 2 because they both had like a tie-dye theme to them, and I got $12.65 for them. Something my sister gave me to sell that she used to use in her van with her kids was this portable DVD player, and I sold this for $18.73. and I charged shipping on it. So it was right around that $14 that the buyer paid and how much it cost. I got a bunch of these at Walmart on clearance, and I sent in quite a few of them to Amazon, and I kept a few back here and threw up on eBay. Even if I can sell them on Amazon, every now and then I'll just keep a few back here so I have something to list on eBay and it keeps my account active and stuff like this. Well, these are from a year ago, and I meant to pull them and actually send them into Amazon because they weren't moving, and I didn't do it. But they ended up selling for $22, and I think it was $22. That may have been for all three of them. They bought all three of them. So I think it was $22 for all three. I didn't pay much for them. I think they were maybe $2 at Walmart. These were the cheaper ones that they had. Some more of those cloth napkins from the Pioneer Woman. Again, I paid $2 for these and sold them for $12.88. Picked up some puzzles at Walmart. They had these Dodel. I don't even know if that's how you say that. They had these on clearance since February, and I went in and they were still sitting there. So I grabbed a couple of them and sold them right away last week or 2 weeks ago. And then last week I went in and pretty much cleared the rest of them that were still sitting there. And I don't really like to clear shelves right now because of what's going on, especially if it comes to food or grocery and health and beauty. But these puzzles have been sitting there since February, early February. They started going on sale on clearance, and they were still just sitting there. So I bought them, and I paid $10 for it, and I got $25.99 plus shipping. Some more of this retinol. I talked about this a little while ago. I sold some more of it. These Cabbage Patch Kids. I paid $2 for these at TJ Maxx, and I got $10 plus shipping. Some old Tupperware. I think I picked these up at a garage sale for like 10 cents. And I mean, they weren't in the best condition. And I did mark that in my my description. And they sold for $18.86. Perfect size for a sandwich. These Lucky Brand jeans. But my clothes, they do not sell very fast. So look, these have been up there since November 20th of 2017. And I just sold them $18.50. I am guessing that they were probably priced higher, but in the month of March, I went through every single item in my inventory, all 1,400 items, and adjusted the price of almost everything, especially if it's been there since 2017. I dropped things considerably. So I'm guessing these were probably like $28, and I dropped them down to $18. This game from the Nintendo DS. I did not have a case for it. It was just the game itself. And this has been listed for quite a while. Well, August 2019. So I picked this up at a garage sale. I think I got it free. I was buying some other games and there was no case for this, or she had it actually in a case for a different game. And when I opened it, I said, "Hey, do you know this game is different than what the case says?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I threw it in there. I just didn't know what to do with it. I didn't want it to get lost because it was small." And she goes, "You can just have that game," because I was picking up some other ones. So this was free, and I ended up selling it for $6.97. These troll dolls, I've had these for quite a while. It says start time 2019, but I know that I listed these back when I lived in Vermont. I'm pretty sure I listed these when I lived in Vermont, so it's been a couple years. I had quite a few of them, and I put them into groupings of 3, and this is the last of them to go. It took quite a while, but I got $20 for them. They're old, vintage. This was supposed to be like a wedding. They were, people like them. This Violet tank top, I just listed this. This sold pretty quick within a week, and it went for $15. This was free to me. And one of a book I picked up at a garage sale for 50 cents, and I sold it for $5.99 with free shipping. Some Matchbox. I bought these. I did a wholesale order and I bought some so I could get ungated in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World on Amazon. This was part of it. I think I pretty much probably just broke even on this. Wasn't really looking to make any money. I just was looking to just get rid of them since I had bought them from a wholesale company to get ungated. So I sold this one for $10.08 with free shipping. Bandelettes, thigh bands. These didn't cost me anything, I say, but they kind of did. So I had some items coming back to me from Amazon, and instead of my items, I had gotten some of these in the packaging instead of whatever I was supposed to get. So it cost me whatever they got my order and I got their order. So the address was right, but the packing slips inside said this with their address on it. So I sold these for $10.49. And by the way, these were really hard to take a picture of to show what they were. I mean, like you can't really see, like you can see them, but I had gotten a Vero complaint. I actually took the Amazon photo from Amazon and used that and put it on the listing here because it was a nicer graphic of what these things are. And I got a Vero complaint right away. And I didn't really learn my lesson because I did it again for another product and got a Vero and actually had my account suspended for 3 days a couple weeks ago. So then I had Gap jeans. These again, I think these are ones that have been listed for quite a while. Yeah, since 2018. And I dropped the price on them and they sold for $16.50. So I wanted to talk on this one. I sold the Starbucks limited edition golden s'mores. I bought these at the end of end of summer last year, and they hadn't expired yet. Let me see when they expire. Oh, they did. They did. They expired on of October 2019, and I went ahead and listed them before they had expired, but kept them in here. I probably should have put the expiration. Most of the time I've been putting the expiration up in the title so then I can see them too. And it's very clear for whoever's buying them that it's an expired product. But if you can't buy them anymore, people will pay up for things. If you love s'mores and you love this golden s'mores coffee and you can't buy it anymore because it was a summer item and you want more of it, you will go to places like eBay to look for it and pay up for it. Maybe not pay up per se to what it costs at a retail location, but pay up per eBay prices. But $22, and there were 2 bags. So if you see things that are seasonal, pumpkin spice stuff usually does really well. I would say pick it up and list it even if it is out of season because there are people who like things year round. It doesn't seasons don't matter to them. Another retail arbitrage item. I picked this up at Walmart last year, and I think I paid, let me see, I think it was $12. $18 I paid for these. And one of the things I've learned when you're shopping at Walmart and you're looking for stuff that is on clearance, if you know of it, they don't always mark their prices correctly. So I use the Walmart app, and I'm getting a GoPro on Wednesday and I'm so excited. Like we have a GoPro 3, which is so grainy, and I just ordered the GoPro 8 and I'm really hoping that when stores open back up for me to be able to go out and do some videos and show you how I look for things at Walmart that I can take and flip here on eBay. And I use the app, the Walmart app, and you can scan the UPC, the barcode, and it will tell you the current price in the store. So this may have been marked like $55, and then when I scanned it, it showed it was 18. So I immediately was like, hey, I'll take those. I think I bought 2 or 3 of them, whatever they had left. And this is the last one I have left here. And I sold this one and I actually took a best offer on this. Let me see what it was. $55. I took a best offer of $55 and I made some money and it was free shipping. So I wanted to talk to you about the cross listed app. So cross listed is a Google Chrome extension and they have a free trial and I am not getting paid to promote them or anything like that, but I just wanted to at least tell my viewers about this, that you can you download this cross listed. So if you just put in cross listed into Google search, it'll come up and you can add it to Google Chrome only, and then this will come up. I think it's so over here in my top right hand corner. I don't know if you can see me pointing with my thing, but there's this black lines that cross over with arrows, and this, it says cross listed premium up here. Well, it's a different color when you're doing the free trial, but for $9.99 you can pay and get it per month, and you have access to this, and it opens up more features, more platforms that you can post on, and then it turns to this black color. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of how it works and then what it resulted in for me this weekend. So after you list something on eBay, and you can actually do it from any of the platforms to the other platforms. So you can start off listing on Mercari and then have it cross post to eBay for you in Poshmark, Etsy. Yeah, eBay, Poshmark, Etsy, and Mercari are the 4 platforms that it uses. So what I mostly do is list on eBay because there's more data on eBay that you have to enter in your item specifics and all that. So I'll list on eBay and then I'll have it cross list to those other platforms because they don't require as much information. So when you're on an eBay page, and I don't know if it'll work on this one since I sold it, but I'm going to try it. You click on this, and then it will say to you, where do you want to list it? So if it was clothes or, a household item, then I would list it on Poshmark. And then you can do Mercari. And if it's vintage or homemade or whatever, you can do Etsy and then eBay. So in this case, I'm going to select just Mercari just to show you. So then you click on, well, you can download the images. And I usually will have them download images, even though this is a horrible image right here on this listing. If I had used the eBay editing software and all that kind of stuff, I kind of want to keep that image that I've already edited and use that to go to the other ones rather than like what might already be on my phone, which I use to take pictures, or on my computer. So if you click on download images, it'll download the image into your download file. And then you can adjust your price. So let's say with Mercari, there's not as many fees. There's nothing to list on Mercari. So you might want to give those buyers a break and not charge them as much. So you can actually adjust this and say, okay, I'm going to charge 8% less. So I'm going to charge $61 over there versus $69 here on eBay. Or if you're listing on a place like Poshmark, people will pay more on Poshmark than they will on eBay. So then you might say, you know what, instead of $69, if this was an item that I could list on Poshmark, instead of doing $69, I'm going to go 5% up and do $74. The other thing with Poshmark is that your shipping, like in this case, I have built in the cost of shipping into my price, but on Poshmark, shipping is paid by the buyer all the time. So I usually don't adjust my price. I usually just will leave it the same, and it gives me a little bit wiggle room for some offers and for me to run promotions. And when they have closet clear out, stuff like that, I can drop my price down and hopefully get a sale. So you click on what platform and then you click on start. And what's happening is down here, is the download of the images because I asked it to download images. And then it will take the data that you have in eBay and it will transfer it to Mercari. So here's the title. eBay's titles are too long, so I have to go in and edit this title. I'm not going to do it fancy right now. I'm just going to show you. It'll take your description and copy that over. And then they have these hashtags here, so you can do whatever you want for those hashtags. You have to select the category yourself. You have to put in the brand. You have to click on what condition it is, your shipping, and all this stuff. And it brought over the price. So whatever price you told it, it will fill that in. So there is still some work you have to do, but the fact that it brings everything over so quick, and for me, I work on a laptop, so I can actually just take these that downloaded down below and drag them right here to Mercari, and it will bring the photos in for me. So I don't have to worry about going into my computer and finding it. I don't have to go to my phone and refine photos or anything like that. So all this stuff is kind of brought over. So I'll just click, 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 and then list it, which I'm not going to list it because I just sold it. But I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the cross listed. So this weekend, I cross listed quite a few items. I sat down, it was rainy on, well, yes, on Sunday and in the morning. So I get up at like 4:30, 5 in the morning. Usually by 5 I'm up. My husband doesn't get up until 9. So I have quite a few hours in the morning to myself. So I usually will watch some recordings on TV and I'm usually on my laptop. So the last few mornings I've actually just spent the time cross-listing stuff from eBay to Mercari and Poshmark. And I have let me see how many items I have listed. So right now I have 1,189 items listed. That is amazing because I was at 1,400 a couple months ago. Like just I've been selling quite a bit. My sale numbers cash wise aren't huge, but I'm okay with it. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff and all that. So I wanted to show you some of the stuff I sold on Mercari and what I sold them for. So I have these listed on eBay and I have not sold any of them on eBay at all since I've had them listed for maybe a month now, 3 weeks. And I listed these and it was like within a couple hours, somebody sent me a best offer for $9. Was asking 12. I think I paid like, I don't know, 60 cents for them. Like they were really cheap. So I accepted it. On Mercari, I do free shipping and do all my shipping through Pirate Ship. I find it cheaper in the long run for the customer than doing Mercari's shipping. Like you could do Mercari shipping. It's probably easier for you because they send you the label and you just print it and go. But the cost of a Mercari label most of the time is more expensive than if I just use Pirate Ship and ship through that. So I sold that for $9. And then these socks that I have had listed for a little while, these sold for $10 with free shipping. These magazines, I just listed them on eBay, and I think the next day I cross-posted them to Mercari. Have had no offers on them on eBay. I've had no messages on eBay. The minute I listed them on Mercari, so I have this lot. I have another lot that has, well, the one that I sold that I showed earlier, and then I have another lot that is all Nintendo magazines, and they have like all the original posters are still in them. They're like just in really pristine condition and has all the inserts, the like Pokemon comic books that came inside it as an insert. Those are in it. So it's just really, really nice ones. And I bet you I've had at least 8 to 10 messages asking me if I'll sell like certain issues, and somebody wanted just 3 issues. And I said I just listed them. And just from the amount of messages on them on Mercari has just been really exciting that I figured I'll leave them out there for a little bit as a group, and then if they don't end up moving, I will end up probably breaking them up because there was a lot of interest on them individually. But this one sold $17, and it was just a bunch of miscellaneous magazines. This was kind of my miscellaneous lot because I didn't really have enough of one specific name of magazine to do a lot of just like tips and tricks. So I put them all into like this miscellaneous one and sold on Mercari like within a day. Again, these are all items I listed this weekend and they sold. So this is another book I got from Walmart. If you plant a seed, got this on clearance, and I don't know, I don't have the cost of goods for these items, but none of the books I bought were more than like 60 cents. And these all went media mail, the books. Jesus Calling, a little book of prayers. And then I did sell one item on Poshmark. So all of my clothing I cross posted onto Poshmark also. And I did sell this sweater for $14. And I have had this sweater. Um, there's no dates here that show you how long I've had it, but I've had this sweater for I bet you 3 years. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I was thinking a New York Giant fan would buy it because it's like the New York Giant colors, even though it says NYC on it for New York City. I just really would thought that there would be some New York Giant fan that would buy it because of the colors, New York, and it just has that football feel to it. It's by a company called Raw Blue. So anyway, I finally sold it. I'm excited that it went out. It's gone, and wonderful. So I really like cross listed. I know there's another cross posting program out there called List Perfectly. I have not tried it. I looked at the pricing and it was really, in my opinion, was really expensive. And at the time when I was comparing them, there was not, I wasn't really doing enough eBay listing to make it worth it because I was so focused on Amazon. But right now I'm so focused on eBay over anyone else that I decided, okay, I'm going to take the time and I am going to start cross posting all 1100 items that I have in my eBay and I'm going to post them. And it is a little bit of work because it does not automatically, when you sell something, like right now, if I sell something on Bonanza that I've talked about, I've done a video on Bonanza. So if you are not on Bonanza, check out my videos and take a look at the one that talks about Bonanza. But with Bonanza, it automatically, if I sell something on Bonanza, it takes it down from eBay and vice versa. If I sell something on eBay and it's cross listed to Bonanza, it automatically takes it down. Well, with this one, it doesn't. So you've got to be on top of it. So if I sell something on Poshmark, I immediately will go, I shouldn't say immediately, because honestly, most of my stuff doesn't sell that quickly. I have not ever had a time when it's sold on both platforms, like in the same 12-hour span. And I'm on my computer enough within 12 hours that if I notice when I go to package in the morning, I'll so what I do is this is what I do. If I was to sell this, nowhere in here, and there is a place on Poshmark for you to put like a custom SKU. They added that within the last year. I do not use that on Poshmark, which forces me to take this raw blue, type it into my active listings on eBay to find the listing, find what tote it's in, and then I cancel the sale on, you're not cancel the sale, but end the item on eBay. And by forcing me to go to eBay to find where this is stored in my inventory, it makes me remember to take it down from eBay. So that's kind of what I do every morning is I'll say, okay, I'm packaging this up. I need to find which tote. It's in this tote, and then I got to go and take it down. So if I sell a clothing item or a household item on eBay, I know that I now need to go and check Poshmark and take it down. And of course, now that I'm listing more on Mercari also, I'm going to have to start doing that to Mercari. And once I get all 1100 up there, I will just go and take them down from both platforms if they're listed, whatever, and take my chance. And fortunately, if you do sell something on eBay and Mercari at the same time, Mercari, not Mercari, Poshmark. If you sell something on eBay and Poshmark at the same time, Poshmark has very like loose policy on cancels. They don't, there's no, oh, you're going to get a defect, you're going to get a black mark or whatever. I mean, it's unfortunate for the buyer. You got to message them and tell them you have to cancel, but there's really no consequence. So if I have the choice between canceling an eBay sale or a Poshmark sale because I happen to sell something on both platforms at the same time, then I would cancel the Poshmark order over the eBay order. But eBay right now is being really lenient too because of what's going on in the country. They have come out with a policy stating that they're kind of like not dinging you if you have cancellations, if you got late shipments and stuff like that. I mean, I try not to cancel or do any of that anyhow. So, you just kind of have to be on top of it and keep an eye on it if you are going to do it. I would say, it's got to be something where you are checking your eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark and Etsy every day in order to make sure you're keeping up on the sales and then taking down the listings, whatever. So, all right, I've beat that up enough, and so hopefully you understand that. But all right, well, that is it for my video. I am going to be doing bingo tonight, actually in 2 hours at 3 o'clock. If anybody ever wants to play bingo with me, just go to my bingo and take a look at the description. And it says to send me a message if you want a bingo card. I have prizes that it's free to play. The prizes I ship on my dime. And if you are a reseller, just let me know because I actually have some reselling prizes that I could give if you didn't want my general prizes also. So that is it for now, and I will talk to you next Monday with what sold on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark next Monday. Alrighty, have a good week. Bye.